I'm given with grace. For this I pray on my wedding day, on my wedding day.
Welcome back to The Breakfast Show. Now, Aishah, what did that bring back memories for you?
Oh, yes, it did. It brought back memories of that fateful day almost 5 years ago.
Fateful? I hope your husband's not watching.
I hope he's not too.
Because he hasn't done the addition coming, you know.
I know. It's a bit too late to feel like that. Anyway, Joe, you know, when I was getting married, and of course, you know, it was a very long and tedious process putting together all I needed. The two things I decided that I did not mind spending a lot of money on was A, my wedding ring, and B, the wedding photographer. And actually, the reason behind this was I figured that those were the two things that were actually really last.
And your marriage, I hope.
Yeah, that too.
Well, if you, like Aishah, want the best, most accomplished photographer to capture your happily ever after moments, then you don't want to miss our only guest today.
Yes, joining us in the studio is award-winning international wedding photographer Louis Pang to talk about what makes him stand out from the rest. Hello.
Good morning and welcome, Louis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
having
joining us.
me. Yeah.
Now, you've come to us all the way from Sabah.
Yes.
Tell us a little about, is that where you live? Is that where you started your photography?
Yes, it's where I was born, it's where I was raised, it's where I grew up. And after spending 5 years studying abroad, I decided to come back to Sabah again and to make it my home. And it's where my heart is. But we have just started our studio here in KL as well. And so you'll be seeing a lot more of me in the days to come.
But what was it about photography that really, you know, brought you in, or that really caught your eye?
Well, actually, I became a photographer accidentally. I was formerly a journalist, and my editor decided to, while you write your stories, why don't you take a couple of pictures as well?
Right.
So I realized that when I started doing that, I realized that I love it. I love capturing the moments, and I was pretty good at it. And being a rookie photographer at my job, I won several awards in my first year.
Oh, really?
So I realized that I have a talent for it, and then as the saying goes, the rest is history.
Okay, what was it about wedding photography? Because you see, one thing that I have realized that you can be a bit spoilt for choice when it comes for wedding photographers in Malaysia. You know, what do you think gives you that competitive edge?
I think to stay true to ourselves, because we're all different, and to know where is our core strength. For me, I know that I'm a very romantic and sentimental person.
Right.
And I love working with people. You know, there are times that when I was shooting a wedding, that I was choking in tears because it was so touching. You know what I'm saying? And I think you need that sensitivity.
Yeah.
Of taking care of people.
Yeah, you really just need to immerse yourself into the whole thing, right?
Yeah, we're wearing many hats as a wedding photographer, and we are not just like a third party standing outside and looking in. Sometimes we do that because the nature of our job, but sometimes, like you say, we have to immerse ourselves to the moment and our surroundings.
Has there been that one moment where you've been at a wedding, and I'm sure you've done like hundreds now, where you find is usually the special moment where you know you're going to get a good picture?
Well, actually, in most weddings, I hope that I can come away with something that is truly special for the couple. Whether it is a grandiose portrait, you know, I shoot some portraits for the couple on the wedding day itself, because, you know, they're all dressed up and they look beautiful and they love each other. So we take them to some beautiful locations for half an hour and do some great pictures. So we do those setup shots.
Right.
But I also work very hard at the wedding day to look at the journalistic shots, pictures that, you know, that caught my eye and pulled the strings of my heart. I always work at that. And if you have to point to, I cannot think of a specific moment, but at every wedding, I have to be totally immersed. I have to be totally there to do my job.
Do you usually work with a team? Because, you know, there are so many people at a wedding, you know, you really want to get all the important people, i.e. family members and all that.
Sure.
So do you have like a team or an assistant photographer to help you out?
I have one assistant. And my style of working is I like it to be very intimate. So I like it to be small. I don't want to bring like a team of a dozen photographers because it would be like a paparazzi.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to be very respectful of the sanctity of the wedding ceremony. The superstar is the couple.
Yeah.
It's not the photographer. We are not there to take away the limelight. We are there to capture the limelight. And so I work with one assistant, and we work very well together.
I see. Now, there you go. We've got a few of the really intimate moments you managed to capture. Tell us a little bit about this wedding.
Well,
how's the tie your bow tie? How cute.
I know. Well, this is actually a montage of several weddings that we have shot. It's not one particular wedding. To me, the getting ready of the wedding is very intimate, like the father helping the son, getting dressed, the father putting on the necklace. It's very, very intimate.
Yeah.
It's like they are leaving their houses as individuals. And after the ceremony, the couple became a unit. They came to the church, they came to the temple as individuals, but they walk away as one single unit. And the preparation of that is very, very important.
It is. It's part of the process.
Those are lovely pictures, Louis.
Thank you.
Tell me about the award you recently won, which was given to you in Las Vegas.
Yes, that was, we won the International Portrait Print of the Year award. Now, it's a huge thing for us because this particular award, there are only 4 of them given out each year.
Wow.
And to get the International Print of the Year award, you have to beat, first of all, 2,000 odd submissions from around the world. Then this award is actually selected from the 36 first place winners.
Wow.
Out of 36.
From around the world.
Yes. Out of 36 first place winners, 4 are chosen, and we are so blessed. We are so proud when they say, Louis Pang from Malaysia. Can you imagine?
Yes.
It was like our Oscar moment.
Yeah.
The music was blaring, and people were clapping, and your picture show up, you know, Louis Pang
Do
from
we
Malaysia.
have a picture of that today?
It's one particular picture.
Talk us through what it was, just in case it comes up.
I was on holiday in Vietnam, Hanoi, and you know, and I decided, you know, hey, I've never shot in Hanoi before.
And Hanoi is actually a very romantic city.
It is.
The French Quarters.
French Quarters and whatnot. So my wife and I, we said, hey, let's do a shoot in Hanoi, you know. But I knew nobody in Hanoi, so I tweeted and Facebook, you know, hey, any contacts in Hanoi? So someone sent me a contact, and you know, we got hold of a model. We hired a model and said, hey, I would like to shoot in Hanoi for just 4 hours, and then we went to actually the Temple of Literature, which is one of the oldest building in Hanoi.
Right.
So we went there, and there was this area inside the Temple of Literature where the students actually supposed to quiet down and pray, because it's so tough to pass the exams in the old days, you know, and if you pass the exams, you get to be the governor and whatnot. And so I just saw this beautiful roll of the temple, and I placed her right in the middle with her hands claps like this, and I titled that print "Peace," because that's what the students were looking for at that place of the temple, to find peace, to go through the exams. And I shot that. I didn't think much about it. I just submitted the print as and then when they announced my name and Malaysia, it was so proud, because up until that point, the award has always gone to the Australians and the Americans and the British, and for the first time this year, it has gone to Asia.
Well, congratulations.
Now, you've got a lot of things to be proud about.